With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're gonna lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage. Looks like your car is toast. You'll need a tow back to pit lane. Press and hold your reset button and we'll come and get you.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air gave
Well, how about this? There you go, race fans. We'll get it right eventually. Oh my goodness. I can't believe we went this long before we realized that the wires weren't all the way plugged in. Oh my gosh, sorry. We do apologize about the inconvenience, but we'll just dive right into this one. Let's see if you can win Dave's Dollars. We gave you a little bit of a cheat right there by throwing up that old school ticker across the top of the screen, and we've got drivers already heading to pit road. We were thinking these drivers were going to have to come to pit road soon. They've already been out there on track right around 28 to 30 laps so far here, an hour and 20 minutes still remaining in tonight's 95-minute timed event. We've got a lot of truck drivers down to pit road. When will the Xfinity drivers as well as the Cup drivers get out there and onto pit road? And again, for everybody out there in the chat watching, listening, following along, we do apologize. It seems like some of the audio got tripped over. Some of the wires got tripped over, a little bit kicked around, got themselves worked a little bit loosened. Well, we ran down the problem and finally plugged the cord back in, and here we go. You get to listen to me all night. Wonderful, right? Still a tight race here at the front of this field. Kayla McCarthy still trying to get back to the front. She's led a handful of laps here tonight. Ryan Johnson took over the race lead, hasn't looked back since. Kayla McCarthy back in second. Kevin Bernheimer running in third. Luke Smith, Thomas Myers all round out your top five. Leah Overton started outside pole position in the 14, still leads the Xfinity class inside the top 10. He sits in ninth, has himself quite a bit of an advantage. Looks like 13 seconds or so over his closest running class competitor. And we've got a wide array of drivers on the pit road. We've got truck series drivers. We've got Xfinity class drivers. We have two Gen 6 Cup class drivers already on the pit road. Who's going to come down in the next handful of laps? Who's going to end up with this race lead? How much time are these front-running Gen 6 drivers giving up to those that have already hit pit road? Dave Gilbert, Tyler Rush among the drivers that have already hit pit road. Jeffrey Ramsdale going to bring the 97 down for fuel and tires this time around. We are working our way at the 17-minute mark. Right at about, I would say about 32 to 33 laps into tonight's race. And we are still having trouble believing that we had that wire unplugged. Oh my goodness, that just makes us look a little terrible, Nate Johnson, Lee Overton, both on the pit road. They'll head to the box. Right sides go up, down for Johnson, around to the left-hand side. Car goes in the air. Overton gets the tires on. Fuel man shakes the head. They drop the jack and away he goes. Down and away goes Nate Johnson as well. We are down now to just 7 drivers left on the lead lap. 18 minutes into this 95-minute timed event. With Split Decision Racing's Into Being Triple Threat Series, brought to you by Turtle Shells Designs, partner with Into Being, here for this and next week's championship race. Before we get things set up and ready to fire off for the final round in the championship, I believe that is going to be, let's take a look at it, New Hampshire Speedway gonna host the final cutoff race, and then it will be championship night at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, December 10th. Go ahead, mark it down, put it on your calendars. We're gonna crown 3 Series champions and 1 overall champion December 10th. Write it down. Better yet, join us in that quest to 3,000 subscribers. Drop these drivers that thumbs up. Show them some love. Click subscribe and smash that bell on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network as green flag pit stops underway for your race leaders. Kayla McCarthy going to get stuck out there all by herself. Looks like she may have been trying to come to pit road a little bit off pace. That's going to put her in a little bit of a hole, a little bit of a time deficit. She's going to lose a little bit of ground to those front runners, but look for McCarthy to fight her way back towards the front. We've seen her week in, week out, right there battling up near the front. And can she get the Speed Demon setups machine to victory lane? We'll have to wait to see if she can get it done. And what do you say we go back here to Nate Johnson? What do you say we go to Nate Johnson out on the track there? You can see that 88 into being sponsored machine up into the 7th position, back onto the lead lap. He is wound up. He's got himself about a 30-mile-an-hour advantage over the drivers working their way off of pit road, and he's going to go flying right on by. Only has to leapfrog 2 more drivers to get that top spot back, but Nate Johnson going to lose a little bit of ground to Ryan Johnson and Luke Smith, who now run 1st and 2nd on the speedway. We are less than 10 minutes away from our first stage break of the night. That's right, 21 minutes in. We've had ourselves 1 round of green flag pit stops. Looks like we've got some drivers with some trouble. Vinny Tabby, Jacob Hirsch, Richard Crane all head back down to pit road for a 2nd time. Almost 3 seconds back from your race leader is that 88 of Nate Johnson being able to get on and off pit road very fast here tonight. Ryan Johnson and Luke Smith getting the job done. There you can see that 38 in the 10 battling with each other. I believe that's the 27 of Tyler Rush listed off of the lead lap. Multiple laps down here actually is Rush all the way down in the 27th position. Tough little run here early tonight for Rush. He's going to now look to the outside, try to make some moves, see if he can't get himself at least 1 lap back before we have this stage break. He will be able to get a wave around. If he is 1 lap down, he will be back on the lead lap. So this is the race for his race. It doesn't look like he's got the pace right now. Ryan Johnson and Luke Smith keep themselves out in front, and we'll jump back here to this 3-4 car. Leads Andy Turner, Nate Johnson, Lucas Gortman, all right there running with each other. And about 8 seconds is what it cost McCarthy with that pit road mistake, missing pit road under green flag conditions. It translated into about an 8-second deficit by the time the green flag pit cycle has completed itself on out. Well, race fans, after 1 green flag pit stop, we are down to just 72 minutes remaining in tonight's 95-minute timed event. What do you say we give you 1 more cheat at it here before the end of stage number 1? 43 laps into this one. My goodness, I think these drivers are going to put down, I think they're going to go 200 plus. I haven't quite narrowed it down just yet, but I think they're going to put in, I think they're going to get close to 200. I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to just, what do we have? 167 and 169. Oh my. You guys are really putting me in a box. You know what? We're going to play it like the price is right. We're going to go 165 laps here tonight. I think the drivers can get it done. I think it's going to be 65 laps. Yeah, and I agree. McCarthy's going to be fine after the stage break, but still, I mean, that it's a big mistake. You gotta, early in the race, it's okay. You know, stage one, it's all right. You're not going to lose a lap. You're going to be able to kind of reset and get caught back up at the end of stage one when we line things up to kick things off with a green flag again here in stage number 2. But you got to look forward in the race. You got to look down the line. You got to fix that problem. You got to find and hit that marker. So McCarthy's going to have to do something about that pit road entry, fix the problem before it becomes a bigger problem. If this was the last stage, her goose might be cooked. It's going to be tough. These drivers are going to have to nail it here tonight, especially those ones still in that championship chase, which we will get to some of the point standings in just a little bit under our stage break. That's going to be about 5 minutes from now as drivers make their way off of turn number 4 and back through the tri-oval. Ryan Johnson still leads the field by 7. I about said 17 tenths. That just sounds funny. About a tenth of an advantage over Luke Smith, who has a almost 3 second lead over Thomas Myers. Myers pulling this group along. Andy Turner, Nate Johnson, Lucas Gortman right there as well. Let's go back and check out your highest running truck driver. What do you say? Right there, nose to tail with the highest running Xfinity driver. That's Lee Overton. So Josh McKinney and Overton, they've been running with each other pretty much all night long right there, nose to tail, helping each other out. It seems like these Xfinity cars and these trucks really, really work well together. Up the track goes the 61 machine of Keith Fonseca. Fonseca a little bit slow here tonight, off of the pace. And only one retirement here tonight. David Desparios not able to make the starting grid. Electrical problems kept him from making the start here tonight. And he's going to be listed as the only driver out of tonight's race. Joshua Susi is up in the race control and admin booth just down the hall. We're going to send him some pizzas and Sprite here in just a few moments. But Susi enjoying the view. Great racing action out there so far in this opening stage. We are less than 5 minutes away from our first stage break. Why don't we run around the track? I tell you what, closest battles on track right here amongst these Gen 6 Cup Series drivers. Thomas Myers still leads Andy Turner, Nate Johnson, Lucas Gortman. Caleb McCarthy has not been able to make up any of that race distance. Disclaimer. I like it. I like it out there, bud. Up the track again goes the 21 machine. Matthew Wheeler going to fall another lap down here tonight. That's going to put him a second lap down. Whoa, what's going on with the 97 of Jeffrey Ramsdell? Big moment there. As you see Ramsdell come back up on the track, Ryan Johnson still leading Luke Smith at the front of the field. Not much to say. The gap hasn't gotten any smaller, hasn't gotten any bigger. They're just right there running with each other, nose to tail, making laps around the speedway here tonight. And we are less than 3 minutes away. Gonna hit the stopwatch with about 2 minutes before our first stage break of the evening. And a lot of drivers going to appreciate the stage break. A lot of drivers in trouble here. We are down to just 8 drivers left on the lead lap. I mean, that is... In 30 minutes, we have took a field of 32 drivers, and we are down to just 8 on the lead lap. Kevin Bernheimer listed as the first driver, 1 lap down. He does have that lucky dog position in the Cup class. Tyler Rush going to hope he can stay out on track. There's that 27 right there. Rush going to have to hope he can stay out on track and at least get himself a wave around in just 1 lap down, and then he's going to have to fight his guts out all stage 2 to possibly have a shot at getting back on the lead lap when we kick things off for the final stage. After our second stage break, 90 minutes into it. Minute and a half left on the stopwatch. Now Ryan Johnson slowly begins to build that gap. He's now up to a 2/10 of a second advantage over Luke Smith. Thomas Myers still wrapped up in a battle with Andy Turner. Nate Johnson still right there in tow. Everybody trying to work their way around Rush. And it looks like Tyler Rush does have some pace in that car. Just unfortunately, that front splitter does look a bit damaged here tonight. We'll have to see what his crew is able to do. Whoa! Little bit of a discussion going on there. It looked like between William Klingbeil and that 13 truck of Jacob Hurst. They looked like they were discussing things just a little bit. And here you go, going right back at each other. You can see a little bit of right side damage on the 13. Klingbeil goes way up the track. Going to give the space, give the room slide job a little bit off of turn 2 down the backstretch. They'll head back to 3. Klingbeil now on the hunt. We'll jump to the front of the field, take a look at this battle just as our stage caution comes out here tonight. We are at the 30-minute mark here tonight in the 95-minute timed event. And we're going to take ourselves just a little bit of a commercial break here in 1 second, get things set up and ready to go, let the admins and race control get everybody in order and everything sorted out. But what a run here by these Gen 6 drivers. Most of them started outside of the top 15, and they are now leading 1 through 9 on the track are your Gen 6 drivers. 8 of those 9 drivers still on the lead lap. That is a crazy fast pace. Ryan Johnson leads them all, and he will lead the parade on the pit road. Your highest running truck class driver right there in that 11. Josh McKinney, your pole sitter, still leads the trucks. Lee Overton right there in the 14. Right behind him, he's your highest running Xfinity class driver, and he will come to pit road from the 11th position. And we will step away for just a brief moment, so don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be back with all your green flag action right here from Kansas Speedway.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams, race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
And we are back live trackside. I believe we will see the one to go this time around. And while we've got a little chance, why don't we run down some of the official business? We haven't had a chance to get to those official point standings just yet. So we'll throw that up on screen for you as we ride around the track under caution for our first stage break of the evening. And there you can see those top 6 drivers still battling it out for a chance for the championship. And pace car lights have went out. That means we will go back green flag racing. Caleb McCarthy knotted up for the points lead with Ryan Johnson, Lucas Gortman, Luke Smith right there running in fourth. Those are your top 4 drivers that would advance if we were to end and head into a championship race right here. We'll get to a little bit more of those class standings here for you tonight. Why don't we go ahead and run down the Xfinity class point standings heading into tonight's race. No surprise, Patrick Anderson with a solid advantage over the field, almost a 10-point lead over William Klingbeil. Keith Fonseca, Jeffrey Ramsdell winds out the drivers in line for that championship run. Michael Gitchell, Richard Crane on the outside looking in. Drivers are going to line up on the outside, single file at the top of the track. iRacing pace car going to go ahead and duck off, and we will get to the truck class point standings under our second stage break. And green flag going to fly as Johnson nails the loud pedal. He'll look to scoot away from the field and trying to build himself a little bit of an advantage. Everybody stacked up through the gears, no problems. Looks like Jorge Canella has had a little bit of trouble there on that restart. He's going to get it headed back in the right direction. William Klingbeil getting by John Humphrey for 15th on the track. Tyler Rush getting by Matthew Kopp for 13th. Rush beginning to turn his race around. He sits one lap down, but a little bit closer to the top 10. Rush now in 13th. And it looks like Vinny Tabby's had trouble. Vinny Tabby with a crash here tonight We're going to stay green flag, local yellows only here in the split decision racing into being Turtle Shells Triple Threat Championship run. Let's take a look at the replay, see how it all went down with Tabby. Looking to see how it all went. Oh my gosh. It just oh my God. Wow. Something broke in Tabby. He gone. He on pit road, and I think that's going to do it for his race. It looks like Vinny Tabby has had some troubles, and he indeed has pushed it back behind the pit wall and into the garage. And as we said, only local yellows coming out here in the Split Decision Racing League. So if the track is not wadded up, if it isn't blocked up, if there isn't multiple cars involved in the caution, there is no caution flag wave. Drivers just have to pay attention to what's going on in front of them, borrowing a little bit of the aspect of the road course endurance style racing. In the IMSA side of things, Split Decision Racing taking small aspects from different parts of the racing world and implementing them all in one series right here. That's right, it's the Into Being Triple Threat Series right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Thank you all for joining us here tonight. As always, Dave of the Cave bringing you all the calls if you missed it. Already through stage number 1 here in this 95-minute timed event. We are under 60 minutes remaining here tonight. Big battle at the front with those Gen 6 drivers. Ryan Johnson still leads this field. Ryan Johnson gets moved from that top spot. He's going to drop all the way back to 5th now as the 77 of Thomas Myers regains the race lead. And how about Kayla McCarthy rebounding after trouble coming to pit road, missing pit road entry. She's going to be able to hit that reset button with that stage break, and now she is back in an overall podium spot, running in the 3rd position, 3rd in line in that Gen 6 class. There's that 24 at the bottom of the raceway, closing right in on the back end of the 17 of Lucas Gortman. Let's see what other battles we have out here on track. What do you say we jump around a little bit? We'll jump back here with William Klingbeil, Michael Ayward going at it. Back to the front, though. McCarthy looking for 2nd. 7 of Dave Gilbert looking to grab 5th away from Nate Johnson. Will he be able to get it done? And we are already about 3 minutes away from being at the halfway point here tonight. In stage number 2, we will see a caution flag fly 60 minutes into tonight's race. So drivers almost to that 45-minute mark. We are just about at the halfway point of tonight's race. What a pace here tonight. Front of this field, still under 31 seconds around this track. That is absolutely blazing fast. Looks like the top speeds out there still almost bordering 190 plus miles an hour. This ain't no joke. It ain't no game out here tonight. Lucas Gortman gonna take the top spot. McCarthy gonna run in 2nd. Let's go back here. Check out your highest running truck driver. That now belongs to the 45 of Jonathan Kuzmano. And he's got himself right about a 2-second, second and a half, I should say, advantage over Josh McKinney, who was your pole sitter, your overall pole sitter here tonight in chase race number 3 for Split Decisions Into Being Turtle Shells Triple Threat Series. Gonna jump back one position on the racetrack, back into 12th spot. Lee Overton still solidly in control of the Xfinity class. You got to go way back. I believe it's almost 3+ seconds back to find your next running Xfinity class driver, and that is William Klingbeil in the 83 machine back in the 15th spot. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh. Jonathan Kuzmano, who was your highest running truck class driver, he's no longer your highest running truck class driver. Oh my goodness. Lee Overton just absolutely meleeed him. Oh my gosh. We're going to have to see if we've got a replay. See what may have happened, what may have caused that problem there for Kuzmano. Let's go back on the track, see if we can't see what it was and how it all went down. And Kuzmano out of the picture, very slow. Looks like he may have just pounded that outside wall and just no power. Nowhere to go. The 14 of Overton just slams right into him. Nonetheless, we'll get back to the race live at the front. We're going to follow this 14 for a minute, make sure the damage isn't so significant that he has to head to pit road. And for the time being, the 14 going to stay out on the track, and Kayla McCarthy goes back to the point. That 24 is fast here tonight. Drivers better watch out. She came into tonight's race. We showed the point standings. She's tied for first place in the overall point standings as well as the Cup class point standings. And McCarthy looking to secure herself a chance to run for the championship at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Tonight is the night you really got to get the job done. If you walk away with good points here tonight, you can kind of play things a little bit safe after the holiday break when we head to the track on December 3rd up north. It's going to be a cold, chilly night up there, too. I can guarantee you that. New Hampshire Speedway in December, whew, you better bring the toboggan. Or some of you may call it a beanie, depending on where you're from. We won't judge you. Let's see who's out there in chat still. Let's see, we haven't shown the laps for Dave's Dollars in quite some time. And Luke Smith, he came down to pit road. He's on his way back up onto the track, making his third pit stop of the night. When will the race leaders head down pit road for their third pit stop of the night? For the time being, let's go back old school. Let's give you a little bit of a cheat. 79 laps into tonight's race. We have got more than 45 minutes on the board, so it's getting close. If you haven't got your Dave's Dollars guess in yet, you've got 3 minutes. Head on over here to the YouTube side of things, get it in the chat, and make it official. See if you can walk away with a little fatter pockets, courtesy of Dave in the Cave right here. Can you win Dave's Dollars here tonight? We've got a few participants out there tonight. We'll see if anybody wins the prize after it rolled over. Nobody guessed it right last week. Will anybody get it this week? We'll have to see. Kayla McCarthy still leads Ryan Johnson. Thomas Meyer still tucked in line. Lucas Kortman, after leading a handful of laps, drops back to the 4th position. Kevin Bernheimer rounds out your top 5. These are all your biggest movers of the race. We've got plus 16, plus 13, plus 11, plus 10 all over the front of this field. Your Gen 6 drivers do round out your top 10, but only 8 of them left on the lead lap. There you can see Tyler Rush. He is listed as that lucky dog. If Rush can somehow make his way through this, he's going to end up back on the lead lap for the final stage, and that will turn his race around. How about the Dirt Vision 36 of Richard Crane? A little bit of a struggle tonight in his Xfinity ride. There you can see Crane right there working the outside of the track as all the Gen 6 drivers go right on around. There's the 56 of Nathan Manwaring. A little bit fresher tires there for Manwaring. He's going to go right on around Crane for the time being. Let's jump back up A little bit further through the field, how about this? John Humphrey, Lee Overton going at it. That's 12th and 13th overall on the Speedway here tonight. Overton does lead the Xfinity class. Josh McKinney about 4 seconds off in front. He's going to be your highest truck class driver. John Humphrey sits in second in the truck class. Matthew Kopp runs 14th and in the third spot in the truck class. We've got more drivers to pit road. Looks like Richard Crane and Keith Fonseca both going to pull to pit road this time around. And, well, you've only got 45 seconds. Have you got your picks in? Can you win Dave's dollars here tonight? I don't even know how to respond to that, Mr. Kelly. William Klingbeil, Michael Gitchell, Jeffrey Ramsdell, all to pit road here this time around. We are about 11. Well, we'll just go ahead and call it an even 10 minutes away from our second and final stage break of the night. These drivers have not been playing around. We've only seen about 2 race incidents here tonight. Big trouble there for, I believe that was Jonathan Kuzmano, the 45, with some big trouble. We've seen a big hit out of the 47 of Vinny Tabby as well. And joining David Desparios out of the race here tonight is another 3 drivers. The 16 of John Peterson, Jacob Herson, the 13, and Vinny Tabby, all listed down and out of tonight's race. They're already loaded up in the haulers and heading to New Hampshire. Long drive for some of these split decision racing drivers. Going to go home for the holidays, 1 week off, and we will re-hit the track for the final cutoff race in the championship rundown. Who's going to make it into the championship race at Indianapolis Motor Speedway December 10th? Write it down, get the notifications, click that subscribe button and the bell, and you don't have to write it down. We'll let you know when we go back live once again. Overton and McKinney going to pull to pit road. McCarthy going to stay out another lap and put more drivers multiple laps down. And see, this is where it all really, I don't want to say when your strategy really comes into play, but this is when it all really gets super tight, super close, because you get yourself 2 laps down and you're out. You're done. You're not going to be able to get yourself back on the lead lap and have a chance at the overall race win. It's going to be tough for any of these drivers that are not in that Gen 6 machine to get the overall race win, and it's going to be hard-pressed to pass Kayla McCarthy since she's refired and got to the front of the field. Ryan Johnson has had a whale of a time trying to get behind that 38 machine. The Taz Motorsports driver has thrown everything but the kitchen sink at McCarthy, and she has stayed calm, cool, collected, and continues to lead here from Kansas. And I'm telling you, it's going to be, I think McCarthy is I don't want to say the dark horse or the underdog of the Cup class, but I think she came in pretty quiet, had a little bit of a rough go at the start of the season, a few bad finishes. She's walked away with a few class wins this season, slowly but surely learning the car, learning how to get the car through the corners. And McCarthy has been fast over the last handful of weeks, and it shows right there in the point standings. I mean, tied with the Ryan Johnson driver right behind her for the overall points lead. So McCarthy, look for her to be something special at Indianapolis. I think McCarthy, after tonight's race, after tonight's great showing, I think she's going to be pretty secure into that championship 4 when we head to Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So look for McCarthy to maybe focus in a little bit more on that championship night, maybe head off and get a little bit more testing, try to get one leg up on the rest of the Gen 6 drivers. But I'm telling you, you've heard it from Dave right here tonight. Let's go ahead. What's today? The 19th, and we're going to go ahead and call it 9:37 p.m. November 19th. Dave said McCarthy is going to win the championship. I put my money on McCarthy. I mean, you've got a lot of talented drivers, but I've just seen McCarthy on that steady uphill climb. And it seems like she's peaking right when you need to peak and running her best right here towards the end of the season. With just about 6 minutes remaining here in stage number 2, drivers are nearing that 60-minute mark into tonight's 95-minute timed event. McCarthy still leads Ryan Johnson, Thomas Myers, Lucas Gortman right there. Your top 4 have broken away. They have themselves over a 5-second advantage over Kevin Bernheimer running in that 5th position. Dave Gilbert, Andy Turner still on the lead lap in 7th. Nate Johnson just about 6 seconds behind your race leader. Whoa, and it looks like drivers may be coming to pit road. Coming to pit road. Woo, boy. Oh, my goodness. That could have went bad for the 77 of Thomas Myers. More Cup drivers pit road. Here comes Nate Johnson. Dave Gilbert. Trouble. Gilbert misses pit road. Gilbert misses pit road. He'll take over the race lead, but he's going to have to get back around. He's going to have to hope he's got enough gas to get back around. And we've seen McCarthy lose 8 seconds. She didn't come to a full stop. This 7 came to almost a complete stop on the front stretch, missing pit road. He's going to have to come back down to get some gas. You can see him already down there on the apron, trying to take as short of a course as he can to get himself back around without running out of fuel. Back down and away on the apron. He's going to cut to pit road very early, trying to ensure he makes it onto pit road. But this is where it's going to get interesting. How about Thomas Myers and Ryan Johnson? Looks like fuel only stops. McCarthy comes to pit road and gets 4 tires in fuel. With less than 5 minutes remaining in stage number 2, and I think this is to set up the final stage. Watch for McCarthy to come to pit road and top off gas only stop here. Watch for McCarthy to regain the overall race lead when we see the caution flag fly, and after the pit stops for stage number 2. That's going to be that's a good strategy call. I like it. Ryan Johnson in the 77 of Thomas Myers, as we said, both of them quick stops here right before stage number 2 comes to a close. Johnson in his pit box just for 10 seconds, grabbing right sides in fuel. So maybe look for that 38 to stay on pit road just for some left tires, left sides in fuel when we come to the stage break. But I think McCarthy's strategy of 4 tires is going to be possibly the best strategy here. She's going to have some wear on the tires when we do go back green flag racing, but look for her to be quick on and off pit road. She still sits inside the top 5, running in the 4th position. Let's go back right before the end of the stage. Less than 3 minutes now remaining on the stopwatch before we will bring the field all back together. Josh McKinney right there in that number 11. He is your highest running truck class driver. We'll give you a little bit better look at that McKinney voice and sound machine. The 11 has been fast all night, has himself about an 8-second advantage over Justin Gibbs, who is your closest running truck series driver. So for right now, the man in that McKinney voice and sound, well, he likes what he sees and what he hears, and that's nothing but his truck. Take a look back now with your highest running Xfinity class driver. Where did he come from? Michael Gitchell. We haven't really spoke much about Gitchell all night long, but there you can see that 48. Whoa, that 48 Ford machine leads the Xfinity class, but Lee Overton right there, breathing down his neck, trying to force a mistake. We are down under 2 minutes now before this the second and final stage break, and here comes the 14 to the outside. Lee Overton gonna make the pass, and Overton gonna put himself back at the top. No, here comes the 48 way up the track. Not gonna be able to pull that slide job off Overton gonna take back the lead of the Xfinity Series, and well, just in time, really. We're gonna see him handed some points here for winning stage number 2. We'll have to wait to see how it all shakes out for Overton, though. And we will take another look at those point standings of the truck class here in about another 60 seconds after the caution flag flies for our stage number 2 break. And we'll get set for the field to get ready to run down the final segment, the final run here. Chase race number 3 from Kansas Speedway for the split decision racing into being. Turtle Shells Triple Threat Series. Ryan Johnson still leads the front of this field. Lucas Gortman behind. Kayla McCarthy now back up to third. Kevin Bernheimer in fourth. Thomas Myers rounds out your top 5, and we are down to still just 8 drivers left on the lead lap. David Gilbert listed as the last driver on the lead lap. Tyler Rush sitting in that lucky dog position. What will Andy Turner do? Will the 35 stay out on the track? He came to pit road back on lap number 95. Will he stay out when the race leaders come down just to get himself back on the lead lap? I think that's probably the strategy to play with right there. And there's that second caution of the night. Our second break now underway. Ryan Johnson going to win the stage for the Gen 6 drivers. Watching Lee Overton, who took stage number 2 for the Xfinity class. Josh McKinney in the 11 truck. There's McKinney once again right behind race leader Ryan Johnson. So McKinney going to fall 2 laps down right before the stage break. He's going to be able to get 1 lap back to Ryan Johnson, but still going to be listed 1 lap down. So indeed, the pace is there for those Gen 6 drivers. They are fast. And let's see how it all plays out here under caution. Field going to make their way down to pit road this time around. So I tell you what, why don't we go ahead and run down that truck class championship for you. We'll get rid of some of the graphics on screen and jump right to it. Here's some official business as we've got your truck class leader still out on the track. Jorge Canales walking away, or coming into tonight's race, I should say, 343 points. He is your sole and over... Whoa, wait, no. I believe Patrick Anderson may have him beat out for that overall points lead. A Gen 6 driver does not lead the overall points, but nonetheless, let's get back to the truck class here. Jorge Canales leads them all. Josh McKinney, your pole sitter tonight. Driver leading the trucks right now. Sits in second in the point standings. Jonathan Kuzmano, he had a rough go of it here tonight. Looks like he very well may fall out of that third position. Vinny Tabby troubling out of tonight's race. He is the last driver listed in if the chase were to start right here, right now. Justin Gibbs trying to make up 1 or 2 points, get himself into that championship for Matthew Kopp. John Humphrey misses. Moving on after last week's race, tough break for Humphrey, Beaver, and Hirsch. They will battle it out for the best of the rest in the truck class. So let's go back. Let's take a look at this Xfinity class. And there it is, 351. So that man right there stands alone with the overall points lead. Patrick Anderson leads Jorge Canales, who leads Kayla McCarthy and Ryan Johnson. It's going to be a close battle, I'm telling you, all the way to the end of this season for that overall points lead. And we'll jump back up to the front. There you can see Lucas Gortman. He's going to win the race off of pit road. Kayla McCarthy going to come out in second. Ryan Johnson back in third. Back and forth. Nate Johnson back in third. And we are going to... What? I can't. You guys, I tell you, sometimes, Taco Bell, they ain't got no fish tacos. Fish tacos on the menu at lunch here, once again for Dave of the Cave. So maybe following through with the tradition and superstition the past few times that either myself or Lucas has had tacos for lunch, he's been to Victory Lane. So we'll see if the tacos go back to victory lane here tonight. I know that's off subject, but hey, it is what it is. So we will step away for just a brief commercial break. Let the drivers, race control, and admins get the field sorted out and ready to go back. Green flag racing. So don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be back right here from Kansas Speedway with all your green flag action. And we will cut the commercial short as we come back live right as the green flag drops here tonight for what may be the final time at Kansas Speedway. iRacing says these drivers are going to be able to put in another 28. I think they'll put another 30 plus. We're not going to let you cheat anymore. We're going to keep it behind the scenes. We'll wait until the final 5 minutes remaining in tonight's race to give you a little clue in on what that Dave's Dollars number is looking like here tonight. Do appreciate all you coming in here tonight, watching tonight's race, joining in with the fun and festivities, trying to win Dave's Dollars right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And if you haven't had a chance to join in the fun and play Dave's Dollars, well, you gotta guess the right amount of laps these drivers are going to be able to turn in the 95-minute timed event. That's right, lap count does not matter. It's all about how many they can get done, and it's just a fun way to pass some of the time to try to put a little gamesmanship on the race for the viewers as well. Do you think you got what it takes to be the smartest out here watching the race? Do you think you got what it takes to calculate how many laps they'll get? If you think you do, you got to get your guess in before 45 minutes in left in the race. So Dave's Dollars is officially closed here tonight as we are over the 60-minute mark. We have ourselves just about 25 minutes or so remaining in this 95-minute timed event. Now Kayla McCarthy looks to take the top spot back. She's going to drop it down right next to the grass. Through the tri-oval, battling now with Gortman on the outside. McCarthy looks to put the Speed Demon Shop machine at the front of the field again, and she's going to complete the pass. Help from Ryan Johnson right behind. And we would be a little bit remiss. We haven't really mentioned all of our partners here tonight with Split Decision Racing League in the Triple Threat Series. Big shout out to all of the sponsors behind the scenes allowing. Whoa! Caution! We have a full course caution. Something happened. Something went down. Oh boy. Let's go back, see how it all happened here. Jonathan Kuzmano in the 45 was caught up and involved, and there you can see, oh, the 35 gets loose. Oh my gosh. Tyler Rush catches, oh my gosh. Oh, wow. Ooh. That's a rough one. We'll watch that one more time. That's a big hit for Jonathan Kuzmano, as well as Jeffrey Remsdale in the 97 machine. Mark Eckerman caught up and involved in this one as well. Or that may have been right there. Yeah, the 37. That was the 37 of Mark Ackerman caught up involved in the Ackerman Aviation Group. The sponsored machine, tough hit right there. That is a solid lick, and the 37 gonna get it corrected and headed in the right direction. But you can see there off in the distance, driver no front clip. That's gonna spell some trouble. Well, we typically do not see this. We typically do not see these full course cautions coming out unless we have a big time melee, and the big one happening indeed. McCarthy brings the drivers down to pit road. Looks like Thomas Myers gonna stay out on the track. He will gain the race lead. Tyler Rush looks like he's gonna get himself up there in the mix. Andy Turner. Will Turner get himself back on the lead lap? This is going to be interesting. No, and Turner going to pull to pit road, so he is not going to get himself back on the lead lap. No lucky dog for Andy Turner. And well, as we were saying before this full course caution, we'd like to thank each and every one of the partners here throughout this entire season. Into Being coming on board, stepping up to the plate, becoming one of the title sponsors here in the Split Decision Racing's Triple Threat Series. Into Being, head on over, check them out for all of your medical equipment prototyping needs. They can help you get through a lot of different aspects when it comes to marketing, development, help you get through some of the red tape, some of the loopholes. Well, not necessarily loopholes, but get through some of the tough aspects and all the bureaucracy. I can say the word. I know I can. Getting through all of that and helping you get your product from not just concept but to design, and also into a working fashion to possibly market to the medical profession. Based out of Saline, Michigan, throughout the entire development process, they're with you, specializing in guiding you through those regulatory pathways. Those are those loopholes that I was talking about. And Into Being right there would support the entire way, trying to help everybody out, trying to advance the medical equipment device world. So if you're into the medical equipment prototyping thing, well, head on over to Into Being. As always, want to give a big shout out to Butt Kicker. Feel what you've been missing. Take your gaming to the next level. I'm telling you, if you don't have one, you do not know what you have been missing. It ain't no joke. It ain't no lie. Their slogan says it all. Butt Kicker. Feel what you've been missing. Another big shout out to McConey Setup Shop, official setup builder here for the Split Decision Racing Triple Threat Series, building all three setups for the Cup class as well as the trucks and the Xfinity. So a big time tip of the cap and thank you for everything that they do back there at the McConey Setup Shop. If you're looking to shave a few tenths, or if you're looking to get a second or more, they've got the setup, they've got the know-how. Head on over to McConey Setup Shop. A big shout out also in order for Turtle Shells Designs. That's right, Turtle Shells helping sponsor the past 2 seasons here with Split Decision Racing. You can see a few of the drivers out there sporting turtle shell designed racing paints. We'd also like to give a big shout out to Ackerman Aviation Group, based out of Texas, coming on board, sponsoring a handful of races this season as well. So a big time shout out to each and every one of you sponsors. We do appreciate all of you, and a big shout out to each and every one of you race fans out there in TV land, along with the ones filling the stands here tonight. Another sold out race here at Kansas Field. Single file, green flag ready to drop once again. We are at the 75-minute mark. Just 20 minutes remain in tonight's 95-minute timed event. Pace car down and away. Thomas Myers brings the field back to green. On the gas and away we go. Green flag flies. Great start right there by that 11 truck. He is all over Thomas Myers right now. The 14 of Lee Overton right there in tow. Justin Gibbs, Adam Benefill back behind them. They're looking to split the Gen 6 Cup car. Oh my gosh, I don't know that they're going to get that done. I don't know that they're going to be able to do that. And, well, I may stand corrected here, because Overton, he is on a tear on the outside run. He's going to pull even with the overall race leader. Overton looking to try to get himself back just one lap down, sitting in the 10th position. Going to round out that top 10. Your top 9 drivers left on the lead lap. Tyler Rush in the 27 machine listed last driver on the lead lap. A fair ways back, about 3.5 seconds to be exact. And for right now, Thomas Myers enjoying what he has behind him, and that's a lot of fast, different class drivers. Overton going to go to the high side. You can see that car wiggling, getting down into turn 1. Trying to utilize that draft and get himself just one lap back. I don't think it's going to happen, though. Thomas Myers keeping it wound up at the bottom of the speedway. Let's go back and check out this next battle. There you can see right there, that is Josh McKinney, your highest running truck class driver in the field, and he's got Adam Benefield and Justin Gibbs closing in right behind him. The 93 of Gibbs is your second in line in the truck class. Adam Benefield in the 9 machine is the second driver in that Xfinity class. So we've got first and second in the truck in Xfinity class, all running with each other, with a line of fast Gen 6 drivers coming up right behind them. There's Kayla McCarthy. She's trying to show the way for the Cup drivers, and they're all going to follow her to the bottom of the racetrack. McCarthy sets her sights on Myers in the race lead once again. Ryan Johnson, Lucas Gortman, Luke Smith, Nate Johnson, all right there in tow. You might as well go ahead and mention Dave Gilbert. He's holding on right here to the tail end of this pack. Man, I don't know. Thomas Myers, there you go. I was going to say, I don't know if he's gonna be able to keep these drivers at bay. He's got a line of cars coming right at him, and he's not going to be able to do a thing about it. Michaela McCarthy going to go back to the top spot. Ryan Johnson going to make his way to second, as now Thomas Myers going to slot in the 3rd position overall. Stuck on that outside lane, Lucas Gortman looks to the bottom of the racetrack. He's going to make that pass side by side, 2-3 rows deep. Now at the front of this field, right as we get to the 80-minute mark, we're down to almost 15 minutes remaining in tonight's 95-minute timed event. We are over the 100 lap mark for sure. I can guarantee you that. I don't know if we're quite going to see any of the guesses. I'm not going to allude to it. I can keep track of how many laps these drivers have indeed turned in. But I think we all overshot it. That's about all I'm going to say right now. We'll reveal where we're sitting here a little bit closer to the end of tonight's race. But for now, we'll keep it close to the sleeve, close to the heart. We won't let that information out. And let's jump around the track a little bit here if we can. Let's go find a few of the battles out there. What do you say? Hot and heavy action here at the front, though. Don't quite want to break. Whoa, my goodness. Way up the track right in front of Tyler Rush. That was the 88 of Nate Johnson. The Into Being sponsored machine goes up to the top of the speedway looking for a run. It's not going to be there. Drivers bailing from the top side. Everybody going down to the bottom in 1 and 2. They all chase McCarthy. How about this battle right here between a few truck drivers and an Xfinity class driver? That's the 71 of Jorge Canales. He has run most of tonight's race outside of the top 15. He is now rounding out the top 15 in his fast Ford F-150. Canales has the second spot in the overall points lead. He has the points lead for the truck class, but the driver at the front, Joshua McKinney, he took the pole position. He leads the truck class. He sat in second coming into tonight's race in the truck class points. Look for him to make a big gain on Canales, but I don't think Canales is going to lose that top spot. We'll have to wait to see if things shift around after next week's race, or in 2 weeks, I should say, December 3rd, when we hit the track once again at New Hampshire Speedway for the final cutoff before the championship race at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Canales slowly but surely moving to the front. Speaking of the front, we'll go right back with your race leaders and drivers in that Gen 6 class as Ryan Johnson has found a way around McCarthy. He'll drop back down to the bottom through the tri-oval. McCarthy going to lead the drivers on the outside. Ryan Johnson trying to block a little bit of a run on the high side, take away the momentum, calls McCarthy to jump out of the gas. Lucas Gortman going to follow him through on the bottom of the racetrack. Still side by side, second and third, fourth and fifth, sixth and seventh. All right there, still running nose to tail with each other. McCarthy going to bail from the top side and head to the bottom in 3 and 4. Drivers going to make their way back down across the stripe and into turns number 1 and 2. Here goes the field right there. I say the field, but that is your Cup class drivers. They'll make their way off of turn 2 and head right on down the back stretch off into turn number 3. Coming right at you and into your screen. Right there with the turn 3 camera set out there tonight to catch all of the great racing action. We'll lose the field for just a second. There it is. Crossing the line, Ryan Johnson still leads by 1/10. Less than 15 minutes now remain in tonight's 95-minute timed event. That's right, we have an hour and 21 minutes on the stopwatch, so the nitty-gritty is here. It is time to make your moves, and what are these drivers going to do as far as these last green flag pit stops are concerned? We've seen a handful of drivers with trouble here tonight. We've seen them struggle getting to pit road. We've seen a few of the drivers miss pit road here tonight. So it's all a guess. It's all a wonder on what's going to happen. Are these drivers going to be able to make it cleanly to pit road once again? Or will we see a driver have some trouble and end their chance at a class win? Or maybe even the overall win, as McCarthy now back to the bottom of the speedway. She's found a way to route Ryan Johnson to the top of the track. And she now looks to go side by side through 3 and 4, running up on a lap machine. That's the 36 of Richard Crane. The Dirt Vision sponsored 36 at the top of the track, used as a little bit of a pick. Ryan Johnson going to lose not just the top spot, but he's going to lose second as well. And here comes Lucas Gortman trying to take third spot away. He's going to do so with the relative ease. Ryan Johnson goes from first to fourth. 93 of Justin Gibbs pulls the pit road for a scheduled pit stop. That's going to be the final stop here for the 93. We are down to right at 12 minutes. Right at 12 minutes remaining on the stopwatch here tonight. Drivers still duking it out at the front of the field. We haven't said it all night, but how about this? Can he crush it? Can he get the job done in that Grape Crush number 10 Fast Ford Mustang? Lucas Smith looks to take the top spot for the first time here tonight. McCarthy battles well on the outside, just about a car length between them through the center of 3 and 4. They spread out on the front stretch. Smith goes to the bottom. McCarthy goes to the middle. At the top of the raceway, there's another lap machine. Is she going to be able to navigate through? Oh, and having to check up. McCarthy going to lose the race lead. Having to check up with one of the lap machines here tonight. Everybody going to make their way around that 37. McCarthy clearly in second, 2 and 3 wide. Back behind your race leaders, Thomas Myers, Lucas Gortman, Nate Johnson going 3 wide for just a moment, as we are now down to just 10 minutes remaining here in tonight's 95-minute timed event in the split decision racing into being Turtle Shell's Triple Threat Series. Luke Smith still leading Kayla McCarthy. Ryan Johnson right there. Smith trying to make some gains in the point standings. Trying to take a little bit of an advantage, a little bit of that momentum that we've spoke about so heavily here with Kayla McCarthy. A big fan of McCarthy. The way she's been able to turn around her season here. Had a big struggle earlier in the season and now has been running very well over the past few weeks. Look for McCarthy. I told you to be a factor here tonight. Look for her to be a factor at Indianapolis for that championship as well. Ryan Johnson falling back just a little bit, maybe trying to time a run here. And I mean, that 77 of Myers, kind of back up to him a little bit, see if you can create some space on those top two and time that run to make a big move either on the front stretch or down the back stretch. See if you can time that right. Is it going to take you 1 lap to get it done, 2 laps to get it done? Talk to your crew chief and spotter and eyes on the stopwatch. Practice it one time and see if you can make it happen as we begin to close in on the final few minutes here tonight from Kansas Speedway. Drivers make their way off of turn 4. All the Gen 6 drivers at the front, all of them on the lead lap. Except for Andy Turner out of tonight's race. We do to just under the final 10 minutes here tonight. 32 drivers took to the starting grid. We have still got 24 out there on track, but only 9 of them left on the lead lap. Driver sitting in that 10th position, Michael Ayward, your highest running Xfinity class driver, listed 3 laps down here tonight as Justin Gibbs has taken the top spot in the truck class. And what has happened to Joshua McKinney? Oh no, McKinney out of the race. McKinney behind pit wall. So from making up a ton of ground on Jorge Canales in the point standings to losing ground now. Joshua McKinney in the 11 machine. Tough break for him late here tonight from Kansas Speedway, and Michael Wayward going to give up that highest Xfinity class driver spot to William Klingbeil. The 83 now going to take over the class lead of the Xfinity drivers. Justin Gibbs now leads the truck drivers. Matthew Wheeler, Jorge Canales, your top trucks. And I know you're all anxiously waiting out there for me to pop those numbers up for you. We'll get it there for you. I promise. Gonna wait until we have the final 5-minute countdown here. Well, that's not good. Nothing about that sounds good at all. Burning up your face. That does not sound good at all. We're going to keep it right here with the battle for the top spot, the overall race lead, the battle for the Gen 6 Cup class lead. Luke Smith still leading Kayla McCarthy, Ryan Johnson, Lucas Gortman right there, just about 2/10 off of that 38 of Johnson as more drivers head to the bottom of the speedway. 97 of Jeffrey Ramsdale struggling just a little bit on pace here in that Xfinity car. Everybody going to go up and around. Nate Johnson, Thomas Myers, both to pit road. Fuel only for Nate Johnson. Fuel only for Thomas Myers. Will that be the move that gets them to the front? We'll have to wait to see how it all plays out as we close in on the 5-minute remaining mark. We'll get rid of the graphic and throw the old school ticker at the top. 146 laps into tonight's race. Let's see. We've got a 159. Can these drivers somehow put in another 12 laps? Will Trent Euler, I hope I got that right, Trent, will he walk away with Dave's Dallas here tonight? He's the closest one to it. I'm not sure they're quite going to get that many more laps in, but hey, we'll have to see how it all goes here. 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes remain. Crushing it at the front. Luke Smith waited to the end of the night to get to the point, and he is keeping some hungry drivers at bay. Can McCarthy find a way to get the 24 up and around and into that top spot? Both of those drivers last on the pit road way back at about lap 114, 115, so they have been out on the track for over 30 laps. I'm not sure they're going to have enough fuel to make it to the end. We may see a scramble to pit road here, and there it is. Drivers break for pit road. Luke Smith, oh my gosh, did he get it woed up? Did he get it woed up in time? If he did, that is a great entry into pit road. Ryan Johnson on the pit road as well, making up a position on Kayla McCarthy. Tyler Rush in the 27. He's going to stay out on the track. We'll keep our eye down there on pit road. Into his box already is Luke Smith, and he's going to get at least right side tires, it looks like. No, he's going to go ahead and opt for 4. Down and away goes Ryan Johnson and Kayla McCarthy. Lucas Gortman down and away as well. Tyler Rush staying out on track. Dave Gilbert staying out on track. They still have to hit pit road. Ryan Johnson comes off of pit road. First of the drivers with just fuel only. Ryan Johnson, Lucas Gortman, Kayla McCarthy taking fuel only on their final green flag pit stops. Less than 4.5 minutes now remain. This is gonna be big. And how could you not miss the alien? But sometimes when ET phoned homes, you don't hear from them for a while. Just saying. And Luke Smith goes from leading the race to being 1 lap down, speeding on pit road. And that's what we talked about earlier here tonight in stage 1. Remember, McCarthy missed pit road. Stage 2, we had, I believe it was... Gosh, who was that missed pit road at the front of the field? It was either Dave Gilbert or Thomas Myers that missed pit road also. And we said, you got to clean up those mistakes before you get to the green flag pit stop at the end. Oh, into the outside wall goes the 36 of Richard Crane. Once again, we said you had to clean it up for this specific moment right here. In trouble for the 10 of Luke Smith. And he will fall off of the lead lap, and his chances of winning tonight's race go right out the window. Close battle right here with these top 3 drivers. Ryan Johnson, Lucas Gortman, Kayla McCarthy all over each other. There you can see that Speed Demon Shop 24 trying to close back in on Taco Man. Gortman himself, Ryan Johnson leads both of those drivers. Still with a huge advantage though right now is Tyler Rush. He can give up a ton of time, and he is giving up a ton of time right now. Ryan Johnson last time around a 31:22. Race leader ran a 34:37, so over 3 seconds faster. That is ridiculous. iRacing going to say we're going to have 1 to go, but I think we're going to get at least another 2, possibly 3 laps in here. 60 seconds remain here on the stopwatch from Kansas Speedway. Tyler Rush, can he do it? He's got to stay out. I mean, you can see that gap going. He had over 21 seconds of a gap. And he's out of fuel. I think he is out of gas. Tyler Rush stretching it, trying to make it work. Less than 30 seconds now remain for Tyler Rush. He is out. He is completely out. He is not going to be able to get back to the line. These drivers going to gobble him up here. Less than 6 seconds back. Can he make it to the line? 10 seconds remaining on the stopwatch. 10 seconds remaining. 9, 8, 7. We're down to 5 seconds. When's he cross the line? Does the checkered flag come out? Oh my gosh, no! We're going to have 1 more to go. Tyler Rush has almost pulled this off. No, he's back under power. Saving a ton of fuel here. Ryan Johnson on a big charge, and no, not able to keep the car at the front. Tough break there for Tyler Rush. He almost okey-doked the entire field. Oh my gosh. Ryan Johnson going to come off of turn number 4 and look for Tiny Horse to capture the flag here tonight. And checkered flag flies from Kansas. Chase race number 3 now in the bag. What a run to the end. Ryan Johnson, Lucas Gortman, and Caleb McCarthy all fighting for it. How about Tyler Rush? The 27 went from 2 laps down at one point to almost walking away with the checkered flag. Justin Gibbs will walk away winning the truck class here tonight. That 93 Army machine has represented well, and he has found himself in a victory lane for the truck class. Nathan Manwaring, where did he come from? Getting the job done late in the race. He's going to take the top spot in the Xfinity class, and we're going to step away from the racetrack for just a moment, get things set up and ready to go for your post-race interviews. But first, so you see it, we see it. Oh, it's not going to put it. 156. 156 laps is what the number 158. I apologize. 158 laps turned in by Ryan Johnson. Let's scroll back up through the track. Oh my gosh, Trent, wow. 1 more lap, my friend. 1 more lap, buddy, and you would have had it. Oh my gosh. Wow. That was, man. Woo. You almost got Dave's dollars there. That was pretty close. I got a little scared there. It's going to roll over again into next week or next time we hit the track, December 3rd. Check us on out up at New Hampshire Speedway. We're going to take a quick commercial break, get things set up for your post-race interviews with your class winners, so don't go anywhere, race fans. We will be right back. And back trackside at the completion of tonight's chase race number 3 right here from Kansas Speedway in the split decision racing into being Turtle Shell's Triple Threat Series. We've had another great race on our hands here tonight, so it's time to run down some of your class winners. What do you say we go ahead and start with those Truck Series drivers? Can we, let's see if we can't dial up that 93 machine. Justin Gibbs, it's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
I do. How are you doing?
I am doing fantabulous, if that's a word. How you doing?
Fantabulous.
Well, see, it must be a word if you said it.
Absolutely.
Want to talk a little bit about your race there, Justin? You were running really well with your truck class. How did you manage to find your way for the trucks here tonight?
The race started out a little rough. Like on lap 3 or something, I got run up into the wall and had to really battle back, and I thought it was over. And then I had a couple of really good pit stops that got me out in front of people. And I had run an awful lot of practice all day for this, and I knew a lot that it was going to come down to saving tires for the late run. So I was just doing my best to stick into my plan of conserving early in the run, so I didn't fall off so bad as the run went on. And lo and behold, it worked.
Absolutely worked. Right place, right time. Walking away with the checkered flag here tonight. We're going to take a little bit of a holiday break, get things fired back off once again December 3rd up at New Hampshire Speedway. What's your thoughts looking into that night?
Oh, I don't know. New Hampshire is one of those tracks where anything can happen, good or bad. There's a lot of luck involved to it. So I ran it one night a couple weeks ago in one of my other leagues, so I'm pretty familiar with the track. And I'm just going to go out there and drive and pray.
Drive and pray, you say? Well, I mean, I guess that's a good strategy to have, but either way, nonetheless, congratulations walking away with the truck class win here tonight from Kansas Speedway. Before we let you go and enjoy the rest of the evening, Justin, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Oh, again, I got to say I love you to my daughter, Charlie. She's incredible. She was sitting here cheering me on the entire time. She's my little crew chief. Again, Tyler for having me on the team. A big shout out to Lee from Overton Speed Shop. He does a lot to help coach you when you're driving on the radio. He's really good at helping you calm down when things go bad. And all of our sponsors. And once again, you for the broadcast.
Well, again, I'll say we do appreciate those kind words, and without a great product, I can't put on a great show, and you guys have that great product. Again, Justin, privilege and a pleasure watching you walk away with the checkered flag here tonight, and we'll see if we can catch up with you again before this season's out.
Yeah, man. If not New Hampshire, hopefully definitely at Indy.
Well, hopefully, definitely, maybe we do.
Right on, man. Have a good night.
All right, there you go. Justin Gibbs walking away with the top spot in the truck class. Kind of didn't see it coming, but still happy that it happened. Justin Gibbs walks away with the top spot in the truck class, and that's going to move us right along to the driver that walked away. Oh my goodness! And looks like the track walked away on us. That's interesting. Never seen that one happen before. Okay, so we'll throw a little something different possibly. I don't even know. That is yeah, that's interesting. Well, we'll go ahead and throw something else up for the logo. What do you say we go with this one? I think anyways, let's see if we can't catch in and have a few words with the driver that walked away with the Xfinity class win. Let's see if we can't dial up the 56 of Nate Manwaring. Nate, it's Dave. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, how you doing? How you feeling after the race win there?
Yeah, that was exciting. It's good to get that second win, but the only downside, it kind of sucks to finally get that win and have some bad luck in the playoffs and already get knocked out, but good to be the underdog and come out and steal a win.
Yeah, it's tough when you can get the job done, but it comes in spurts, and sometimes things just fall into your lap. Looked like tonight, race lead just kind of fell right where you needed it to at the right times, and you were able to walk away, like we said, Oh my goodness, and some of this overlay is just not properly working for us here tonight. But anyways, we'll work our way through it. As we said, a heck of a night for you and your entire crew, walking away with the checkered flag here. As we move forward into the final two races after the holiday break, if you had to circle one of those two tracks, New Hampshire or Indy, which one do you think that we may visit you in victory lane once again?
I'm gonna say everybody needs to watch out for TTR at Indy. That's our good old home track. The majority of us are from Indiana, so we're gonna put the pressure on there.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to look for you to walk away with the checkered flag. Then let's see if you can't get that job done. And before we let you go and enjoy the night and the celebrations here, Justin, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous?
Yeah, definitely a huge thank you to TTR, Adam, Matt, Mark, just everything they're doing to help me, and definitely looking forward to next year and working together again.
All right, my man. Well, if that's gonna do it for you and your shout outs and thank yous, if you've got nothing left to give, we'll go ahead and let you celebrate the rest of the night away. Again, congratulations with the checkered flag here tonight, and we'll see if we can't catch up with you in one of our last two races.
Yeah, thanks. Have a great evening.
All right, there you go. Nathan Manwaring walking away with the Xfinity class win here tonight. And it looked like some of the cameras coming unplugged, so we had to throw it up to the turn three blimp high above the track looking down. All the fans have already begun to file out of the racetrack, and we're going to go up to, well, we thought we were going to go up to Ryan Johnson. Looks like we've got those problems again, so there you go. Go backwards just a little bit. Let's kick this thing off once again. Can Ryan Johnson, let's see if we can't get that man up here for his post-race interviews. And there he is, Tiny Horse himself. Man, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. We got a win.
Yeah. A little bit of an up and down season, really, Ryan. Let's be honest here. Last year in the older Cup cars, much more dominant performance out of you and that 38 crew. Some struggles here this year, but nonetheless, you're still tied. Well, you were tied with the Cup class points lead. Now you're going to have that spot for sure when we head off into New Hampshire after the holiday break. How you feeling about New Hampshire, and how do you feel about your championship hopes when we head to Indianapolis?
Um, up and down season is an understatement. um, Next week, kind of looking forward to it. I've heard these cars are better on the shorter tracks and stuff like that. I haven't ran any laps there, so honestly, I'm not sure what to expect, but we'll kind of see. And then Indianapolis, I mean, I like the track, um, but I don't know how these cars are going to do on it. I think it'll kind of be similar to what we've had on the mile and a halfs, unfortunately. Personally, I don't. This kind of racing doesn't really make me happy, but there can be some good racing sometimes. But feeling pretty good with a second place and a win in the last 2 weeks. So hopefully, it's a omen of things to come.
Yeah, hopefully we can see this 38 back in the post-race interviews the same way we did last season. Uh, the downforce package and the horsepower packages in these cars lends itself to a little bit different racing than what a lot of us are used to. Some like it, some it's not their cup of tea. You openly admitting, not really your style, but still having a good go at it here, walking away with the checkered flag in chase race number 3 here tonight from Kansas Speedway. So Ryan, you know the drill. We'll hand you the mic.
Gotta thank all the admins at Split Decisions for putting this on. You opened the booth for broadcasting. The sponsors that the league has, Taz Motorsports, Turtle Shells Designs for my paint, my teammates for helping me out all season with this car, everybody tuning in, and all the racers that we got.
Well, man, I guess there's not much really to say except we'll see if we can't catch up with you over the course of these last two races, and we'll see if you can't lift another championship trophy. What do you say?
Oh, we're gonna try like hell. We we went 2 for 2. We need to go 3 for 3.
Well, we'll see if you can't get that done. Third time's a charm.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, there you go. Ryan Johnson. Not necessarily happy with the cars and the way they run, but still happy with a second place last week and a first place this week. He's building that momentum heading into the final 2 races of the season. Ryan Johnson walks away with the Cup Class win as well as the overall win here tonight from Kansas Speedway. And that's going to lead us right on into the post-race rundown of the running order. Unofficial race results as the producers hit those music buttons in the background. Ryan Johnson captures the checkered flag here tonight for split decisions, racing into being Triple Threat Series at Kansas Speedway. Just behind him, the 17 of Lucas Gortman, Kayla McCarthy with another great podium night here tonight in the 24 machine. Nate Johnson walks away in 4th. 5th place tonight belongs to Thomas Myers. Kevin Bernheimer back in 6th. 7th to Tyler Rush. Oh, so close was Tyler Rush, running out of gas with less than 5 seconds to go and not able to get back to the line. Rush will walk away in 7th. 7 of Dave Gilbert going to finish back in 8th. 10th, 9th place here belongs to the 10 of Luke Smith. Then Justin Gibbs grabs the checkered flag for the truck class. He'll walk away from the track in 10th, 11th spot tonight to the 21 of Matthew Wheeler. Jorge Canales going to park his 71 machine home in 12th, 13th spot to your highest Xfinity class driver. That's Nathan Manwaring. Lee Overton slots home in 14th, 15th tonight to Michael Gitchell. Keith Fonseca going to finish in 16th, 17th tonight to Matthew Kopp, and Patrick Anderson will round out the 18th position. 19th on the track here tonight belongs to William Klingbeil. Michael Ayward parks the 12 in 20th. 97 of Jeffrey Ramsdale going to go away from the track in 21st, 22nd to Mark Ackerman. Adam Benefill in 23rd, 24th to Richard Crane. The 11 of Josh McKinney, your pole sitter, going to finish in 25th. 35 of Andy Turner back in 26th, 27th. That belongs to Jonathan Guzmano. John Humphrey back in 28th, 29th on the track here tonight. Vinny Tabby, Jacob Hurst back in 30th. John Peterson going to finish in 31st, 32nd, belonging to David DeSmartios. Joshua Susi up in the race control and admin booth. Big tip of the cap to you, my man. Job well done keeping everybody straight, lined up on these restarts. Couldn't ask for better race controller admins here in the split decision racing into being Turtle Shell's Triple Threat Series. And well, we're going to wind up the cords, get ready for the turkey holidays, and we will hit the track once again December 3rd. If you haven't already, join us in that push to get to 3,000 subscribers. Show these drivers some love. Drop them that thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you each and every time you stop by. Have yourselves a happy and safe holidays. Stay safe. Stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll meet you in Turn 3.